Today we're running through every single FIFA World Cup Final, from 1930 all the way to Qatar 2022. 22 finals, 22 champions. Let's get into it. 1930, Uruguay. The very first World Cup Final played in Montevideo. Argentina led at halftime, but Uruguay stormed back with 3 second-half goals to become the first ever world champions on home soil. 1934, Italy. Hosted under Mussolini with enormous political pressure to win. Czechoslovakia took the lead, but Italy fought back in extra time through Schiavio. Manager Vittorio Pozzo became the first coach to win back-to-back World Cups. 1938, Italy. Italy retained their crown in a dominant fashion. Gino Colaussi and Silvio Piola each scored twice, and Hungary's fight back never quite materialized. This would be the last final for 12 years due to World War II. 1950, Uruguay. The infamous Maracanazo. Brazil needed just a draw in front of nearly 200,000 fans, but Alcides Gigio silenced the Maracanã with a late winner. One of the greatest upsets in sports history, a defeat that haunted Brazil for decades. 1954, West Germany. The miracle of Bern. Hungary, unbeaten for 4 years, led 2-0 early, but West Germany came back to win 3-2. Helmut Rahn scored the winner, a moment of massive national pride for a country rebuilding after the war. 1958, Brazil. The day a 17-year-old Pelé introduced himself to the world. He scored twice, including an outrageous back heel and volley, as Brazil ran out 5-2 winners. Pelé wept on the pitch, the beginning of a dynasty. 1962, Brazil. Brazil retained their title in controlled fashion. Czechoslovakia took an early lead, but goals from Amarildo, Zito, and Vava sealed it comfortably, back-to-back champions. 1966, England. England's greatest footballing moment, and one of the most controversial finals ever. Geoff Hurst's extra-time shot bounced off the crossbar and was ruled over the line. He then completed the only hat-trick in World Cup final history. England have never been back since. 1970, Brazil. Many consider this the greatest final ever. Brazil was breathtaking. Italy were swept aside 4-1, and Carlos Alberto's sweeping fourth goal remains one of the most celebrated in history. Brazil kept the Jules Rimet trophy permanently. 1974, West Germany. Total football versus the host. The Dutch took the lead before West Germany had touched the ball, but Gerd Muller grabbed the winner. Johan Cruyff's brilliant Netherlands went home empty-handed, and the footballing world mourned. 1978, Argentina. Argentina won on home soil under the shadow of a military dictatorship. Mario Kempes scored twice, including an extra time to seal it. The ticker tape celebration is iconic, though the political context has always loomed over this one. 1982, Italy. Italy peaked at the perfect moment. Paolo Rossi, just back from a match-fixing ban, opened the scoring. Marco Tardelli's euphoric goal celebration after making it 2-0 is one of football's most iconic images, Italy's third World Cup. 1986, Argentina. Maradona's tournament, and it ended with his hands on the trophy. Argentina led 2-0, West Germany leveled, but Jorge Burruchaga ran onto Maradona pass to score the late winner. Argentina were world champions for the second time. 1990, West Germany. Widely regarded as one of the worst finals in history. A dull, fractious affair decided by a late controversial penalty from Andreas Brem. Franz Beckenbauer became the only man to win the World Cup as both player and manager. 1994, Brazil. The first and only final decided by a shootout. Goalless after 120 minutes. Roberto Baggio, Italy's star, blazed the decisive penalty over the bar. His head-bowed, motionless reaction is one of the sport's most heartbreaking images. 1998, France. France won on home soil, with Zinedine Zidane hitting in twice before halftime. Brazil's Ronaldo played despite a reported pre-match seizure and was clearly unwell. Emmanuel Petit added a third. Zidane was carried off the pitch on his teammates' shoulders. 2002, Brazil. Ronaldo's redemption story. 4 years after his illness hit final in 1998, he returned to score both goals and win the Golden Boot. Brazil's 5th World Cup title, a record, and one of sport's greatest comebacks moments. 2006, Italy. A final defined by one moment. Zidane opened the scoring with the Panenka penalty in what would be his last professional game, then headbutted Marco Materazzi in extra time and was sent off. Italy won the shootout. The headbutt became one of the most analyzed moments in sports history. 2010, Spain. The first World Cup on African soil, won by Spain's mesmerizing tiki-taka generation. The Dutch were physical and cynical throughout. Andres Iniesta settled it with 4 minutes of extra time left. Spain's greatest footballing moment. 2014, Germany. Days after humiliating Brazil 7-1 in the semis, Germany faced Messi's Argentina. Substitute Mario Götze controlled the cross on his chest and volleyed the winner in the 113th minute. Germany became the first European team to win a World Cup in South America. 2018, France. An entertaining final against all-hard Croatia. Mbappe became just the second teenager after Pelé to score in a World Cup final. France won convincingly, with Mandzukic scoring both on an own goal and a brilliant strike for Croatia. France's second title. 2022, Argentina. Instantly the greatest final ever played. Argentina led 2-0 with 10 minutes left. Then Mbappe scored twice in 97 seconds. Messi restored the lead in extra time. Mbappe completed his hat-trick to make it 3-3. Argentina won the shootout, and Lionel Messi finally lifted the one trophy missing from his career. Pure magic. And that's every World Cup final. From Uruguay in 1930 to Messi's tears in 2022, this tournament never stops delivering. Drop a like and let us know your favorite final in the comments. See you next time.